That's a very squishy, bad lineup. First time autofilled Teemo. .46 Vagar. Lil Yason, 44%. Banjo Explorer, first time autofilled jungle. Kha'Zix. I mean, these people were like gold 1. Don't they want to get to platinum by the end of the season? What's up? Well, I certainly don't want to get to gold by the end of the season in the wrong direction, so I think we'll just go ahead and dodge it. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll just wait a few minutes, and I can go over the patch notes really quick. I haven't done a patch notes video yet. I was going to do it when I got home today, but I was just too tired. So I'll have that ready in the tier list tomorrow for you. Probably release the patch notes early on in the day, maybe around noon or so, and then I'll do the tier list later on. Hey, what's up, Siobhan? What's TOT? We'll see, man. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. My Leona is, like, statistically, is just absolutely terrible. Oh, Cryface. Okay, gotcha. I think Leona has a lot of potential to be good. I mean, maybe I'll try her out, but, like, my win rate with Leona is really bad. Although, I don't think my play with her is necessarily terrible. It's got to face facts at some point. Like, it's just really low. And maybe I'm just picking her into situations that are too risky. I definitely think she has a lot of potential to be strong. But yeah, my overall win rate on her is like abysmal. It's like in the 20s or something. Whereas, like, you know, a lot of those, like, kind of engage. Well, a lot of champions in general, I don't have a super high win rate on. Right now this season, aside from, like, my very top picks. Nautilus, I've gotten up to 50%, which is good. He used to be, like, in the 30s earlier on in the season, but I've picked it up with him a little bit. But Leona is just atrocious. Yeah, it's like 32%. So once again, I think that she can be strong. It's just like, something's just not working there. So we'll see. I think she's just too risky for me. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, maybe we'll try her back out. I do feel like she can be strong. I mean, one thing is, like, I feel like in a lot of games, I'm playing from behind, like, and she's just not that great at playing from behind. And like, I'm kind of moving away. I'm gonna try tonight, probably. We'll see how it goes, but to move away from these, like, hard engage, like the Nautilus, the Leonas, and just try, like, more lane dominant stuff that scales a little better, just to see if we can, like, try to at least go even in the lane and then outscale them through the mid game. Just to switch up the style a little bit here, because I keep picking these hard engage things and then just sitting there and watching my ADC die like 3 or 4 times in the lane and go down like 40 CS, and then mid lane and top lane are also dead. So, like, the game's over before I can even roam. So I'm trying to say, like, okay, well, what if I play like Zyra or something and just make sure we win the lane and then worry about the rotations later. Yeah, Karma's not that great after the nerfs, I don't think. I mean, I haven't tried her. In really recent times. But, like, after the nerfs, my win rate on her went from, like, 60% to, like, I think it might even be below 50 at this point. Like, it was bad. Had like an almost 0 win rate on Karma after her changes. I mean, she is good in the early game, but it's just like later on, it can just be rough. Okay, let's look at the patch notes. Okay, so Senna's not coming out until the 10th, so it's still going to be a little bit over a week. Is that like a Sunday or something? It is a Sunday. That's a really weird time for her to come out, but I guess she's coming out Sunday. Ash's volley got nerfed. That's good, because it's really annoying when she spams that in the lane and hits you in the face. And she has the highest win rate ADC. It doesn't look like it from a lot of my games, but she actually is. And a lot of it's just because she does have such strong poke and follow-up engage. So, Blitzcrank getting his damage nerfed by 10 early and then by 30 later. So, that's pretty good. I mean, he'll probably still one-shot you, but now there is a slightly better chance. A higher than 0% chance, or lower than a 100% chance. Sometimes he may not kill you instantly. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, some Ivern changes. Not going to matter too much. He's still not going to be great. He might be better in the preseason in a tank meta, but like right now he's not amazing. Kathy and Rain, multiple missiles, so against single targets it's losing 5% of its damage. That adds up because you got to remember this is per missile. So if there are like 10 missiles coming in, each one doing 5% less damage, that's, 50% less. Although it adds up a lot, it's a lot less damage over time. So that's pretty good. I still think she'll be like okay, especially the non-tier builds, but that's certainly gonna bring her down a little bit. I like they're trying to make Callista a little more relevant. I don't think this is enough to do it. But, I think people put 1 point in this, typically. You max Rend, and then I think W is what you max second. So being able to put 1 point in this and get 5% more damage on a target is going to add some better trades. So, that's good. Kale is getting a little bit less damage early on. I think she maxes Q, so 20 less damage at rank 5. That'll probably help out some. And then her W costs a bit more mana. I think she'll still probably be strong. That'll help out a little bit. Malphite R is getting a nerf, so that's good. AP Malphite's just pretty obnoxious when late game he just one-shots you. I mean, I get it, like early game his base damages are high, but I just feel like he's a bit too strong on like 0, 1, and 2 items. I don't know if she's been situationally good. I mean, her numbers just objectively aren't that great. I can't play top. I don't even know what I would play top. I'd play Vlad or something maybe, but I'm not going to be good at it.
Fear is the first of many foes.
Goodness. Dude, I don't want to do 2 dodges in a row. Try out this Soraka build I was doing before. This will allow me to like roam with Soraka's ult to influence some fights potentially. I don't have a Soraka page anymore. Awesome. The double assassin pick. That's what I like to see. Oh, shit. I should have taken barrier. I goofed that up. What's up? Should have taken barrier. I do have guardian, but I was trying to switch around so much there, I forgot to take off the ignite. Hey, at least we get to play something a little different. But yeah, I mean, that's the risk of picking Soraka, is it's like, yep, if they don't have jungle or mid, double assassin, sweet. At least we do have 2 tanks. So that means they're definitely coming for me. Pop out chat here real quick.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until
I should not have run to the tri-bush if I'm gonna AFK for a second here. I should have just run to the... Okay. I should have just run to the tower. I know, I really wish that I had bear. But yeah, so my new approach, I'm just trying out different stuff here. I'm just trying for lane dominance and scaling. I got it fixed, guys. It's just the first game of the day for some reason. I just go in and change scenes and then change it back on OBS. But yeah, I at least have the Guardian build. Now, this is something I tried out before, and I think it worked out fairly well. But I really wish I had barrier to go with it. Yeah, just having Guardian for the burst, you still get Revitalized, and you get Conditioning, which helps a lot. I'll probably get Ninja Tabbies this game, so it's double AD Assassin. Trying to think if there's another armor HP item I would like. Could do Dead Man's, but I probably won't go that far with it. AD Assassins in particular are rough because usually, like, you can get Athenes on Soraka, and that's the magic resist, and that helps out some. But there's not really a great AD one, other than, suppose I could get, God, I really hope that person shows up. Something like Hourglass, although I really don't like getting that item. You lose out on area and Scorch with this, but if they have Sustain anyways, which they do, it's unlikely you're going to push people out of lane. Oh, he stepped forward, get him! Okay, we at least poked him a little bit. Soraka does have pretty good push with her Q. Wait, what? Why? What is this Ashe doing? Like, why the hell am I alone? Okay, well, I guess I should have noticed she just randomly stepped back. What's going on? Is she typing?
Of the stars. I heed their call.
No problem. At least I didn't take all of Kindred's jungle, I guess. That's good. I guess if someone's gonna be AFK, the jungler is probably someone maybe that you would want to be AFK, because at least they're not in a lane. I mean, an AFK is always bad, but he's on a jungler that requires kind of a snowball, though. I mean, Kindred does scale, but
The whole world in balance. Every step.
she exhausted a little bit ago. I really want that coin, but I can't get it, I don't think, safely. Wow, real. Cat Talon's obviously just gonna sit bottom the whole time.
Gracefully.
Let me get one Fairy Charm here. Okay, because Talon's like 100% gonna sit bottom at this point. Now, hey, somehow he's not down that much, honestly. How is that even possible? He's even on levels, and he's down 9 CS, even though he missed like the first 3 waves.
Am I needed?
What? Hey, what's up, Para? I know a lot of people love Soraka on the channel. I like playing her. It's just it's so dangerous into many assassins, but maybe it's worth the risk. I know she's got a huge fan community.
Stay in my surroundings. To heal and protect.
Yeah, I don't know about fully maxing Q, but I do think that 3 points in Q is really important, especially after the buffs to it this year. Talon's the one we're really scared of here, so we gotta make sure that Talon doesn't come down. Okay, yeah, here he comes.
This is my path.
Okay. Thoughts about Bard? I wouldn't practice and test stuff unless you are like 100% certain that you're not going to be able to climb. I would just save the testing stuff for preseason, because all of your testing is really not going to matter that much, because they're going to change most of it, you know, or they're going to change a lot about the meta in the preseason. So I would just play to win, but people can play however they want to play. Thoughts about Bard? I went on a little Bard kick a week or two ago. He's okay. You know, you have to practice him a lot. Obviously, he is going to be very good at roaming, but just really getting those pins down, those double hits and those stuns in like weird ways, you just got to get proficient at that.
An ally has been slain.
Nice.
Every step, a new journey.
Did I get the assist? Yes. Nice. %100% kill participation, baby. Let's go. And bot lane's pushed in too. They're gonna miss a lot bottom.
Where am I needed?
Yeah, in the preseason games still do count towards your MMR, so I recommend playing to win even in the preseason. But if you're gonna play, you know, if you're gonna play for fun, I mean, who plays a game for fun? But if you're gonna play for fun, I would do it in the preseason. Part of it that also is people just don't care as much about their rank in the preseason, and so it's a little more, I think, courteous. Because there will be some people that are trying to, you know, where it really is important to them to get that higher rank. I don't know, dude. I just saved you. What? Come on now. Like, I was running up.
This is my path.
Alright, bro.
Trace to your heart's content.
Wait, what?
An enemy
Wait, what?
ally has been slain. Turret plate will fall soon.
What happened to you can't heal if you're under 10% of your health? Did I seriously have like 128 health exactly, or whatever the number is where I could go under? Oh my god. I didn't even see any minions attacking me. What the fuck? Was there a minion actually attacking me there? Damn. I got greedy and wanted that assist. I still didn't see any minions attacking me.
Peace of mine.
Oh my god, the 28 damage from that one minion. I don't know. I mean, obviously I had some minion aggro when I was attacking easy, most likely. Wait, but would I?
The whole world
I guess maybe I auto-attacked him. I don't know. She's gone.
An ally has been slain.
Bro, what the... What are we doing? Like, we were playing alright for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it's just like, everybody forgot how to play.
Executed.
Dude, I think we've given up, like, 7 straight kills or something.
An enemy has been slain.
That's sad.
Shut down.
every
Your
step.
turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Where am I needed? To heal and protect.
What the... God. Well, that was a waste. Alright, let's get this first, and then we need to get this first. Ash is like, nah, man, let me get that red buff real quick. I think I'm gonna get it anyways. But no, my ward score! Guys, my ward score! AFK! This guy trying to creep. So I creep, yeah, just keep it on the down low. Okay, I need to buy. I've been running around trying to support all this tomfoolery for too long. I think we have to at least go Redemption here next. It's just so strong on Soraka. And then after that, we can see if we want something more defensive. Like an Ardent, or maybe
Shut down.
maybe Shirelia's doesn't have regen, but
To heal
I don't know. We'll
and
think about it. A little more health, I think, would be appropriate because those assassins are starting to get some stuff.
I lend my aid.
Galio has ult.
What must be done? I heed their call.
Like, Ash, please! It's like, please, sir, I just want to kill this Soraka.
Such hatred in their hearts.
Wait, did ADC just flash that wall? Wait, what the hell? So the ADC flashed the wall to go into melee with Talon? Is that what just happened? Well, hopefully they don't do Baron. I don't think they're gonna do it.
Never waste a breath.
I wish they made Knight's Vow apply to ranged champions as well. That would be a decent thing for enchanters, I think, if they could have, like, a full ticket Knight's Vow.
Gracefully.
Jesus.
I'm afraid that my heaven is empty.
To heal and
Nah, he has too much poke. Well, now she's got him. I think. Oh my god, what the hell is that damage? Bows do max damage in melee, yes. I think you're right.
lend my aid.
I understand now. Roach says my team's chimping out. Hey man, what's up? Hope you're hanging in there. November gets a little wild in most classes. It's when all the big projects start coming in, and you got finals right after that. Oh god, what's going on down here? Kane even has executioners, and I still just healed him for like 100% with my ult.
I heed their call.
Healed his victim for 100%. What the hell? He's gonna try to come over this wall at me, probably. I'm at a bad angle here. Well, I mean, Blue Kane basically has one rotation and that's it. He doesn't do anything else, pretty much. So if I just power heal through him ulting somebody, then he can't really do a lot about that. Ugh, God, it was so close.
Every step, a new journey.
Well, Urgot does decent sustained damage if you leave him alone, I think. Oh my god.
Never waste a breath.
Might be an Enchantress stream. I'm not sure. I mean, I can't ever promise fully what I'm going to play, but I'm trying to just preview it in the... I got faked on that one. We're gonna get him anyways, though. Oh god. She's trying to kill me with a redemption. Who was that? Tommy? They need like a Soraka with like a poker visor. It's like themed around like Texas Hold'em. It's just like Tilt Master Soraka. She could have a little dalliance with TF.
To heal
A little indiscretion.
Unstoppable.
Nah. I didn't do Ardent. I wanted a little bit more deep. Ardent gives 0 defense.
I lend my
Each one of these other items gives a little bit more defense. Like, at least Redemption and Shirelia's have some health, you know? I don't think I can clear that safely with Kayn potentially running around.
This is my path.
I mean, like, it would be good, but I'm just trying not to get blown up as much as I can without Talon, without getting a full-on, like, defensive item.
I heed their call.
And then I think Athene's is just so strong that you kind of have to have it, you know? So yeah, I mean, if they didn't have double AD assassin, oh no, dude, come on, man. What a freaking idiot, dude. Seriously. I don't want to be rude, but like, my god, that might be like, I mean, that's potentially game ending. Like, everyone else is clearly setting up to siege. We know 100% they're all there. I should have put a ward in that bush. We know 100% they're all there. Like, why would you go off by yourself to try to make a play behind the tower? That just ruined our Baron push. We almost certainly could have had 2 inhibitors. Like, they cannot siege us. Like, they have 2 assassins that have to flank when we're just sitting there with 2 tanks on the front line. And Ashe is poking them and I'm healing everybody. Like, what, I mean, what are they going to do about that? So.
Never waste a breath.
Do not like that. Alright, we'll just save up. If we get 2,300, we might get Ardent as our last item and get rid of the control wards. We'll see.
Gracefully.
Yeah, I think we just want to keep pressuring this lane, though. I can't go too deep.
To heal and protect.
Cho keep going for these flanks, dude. Just normally siege. I don't care about my classes trying to hit D2, says Roach. That's the spirit. Look, Professor Jones, it's not that I don't understand. It's just that I don't care, okay? Like, I gotta hit D2, man. I'm not gonna be using these metabolic reactions. Okay? I have to take this class. So, just give me a D, and let's just get this over with. Their comp is good and awful. Oh, I forgot to honor somebody. I was sitting there having too much fun. Hey, what's up, friend? I can't pronounce your name, unfortunately, but we're happy to have you. What do you mean by data? Are you saying what's my rank? Or which, I don't know which data you mean. Hey, what's up, Lee? What is that? Oh, it's an icon, okay. That's a good kitty. She's being good. Oh, she found the blanket. Probably can't see her from there. Little black blob on the blue background there. Well, part of that's my jacket and backpack. But most of that's her. Looks like she's massive. The Soraka, or the Sadie of yore,
I see you lack judgment.
Yo, what up, Logan? It's going all right. Roach, you playing, are you jungle these days? What are you playing? What's your team got you playing? Or maybe about what data you wanted to see how much healing I did last game. I'm not sure. It's looking for trouble, that's right. Always. J4 top. Dude, it's probably jungle, man. I mean, in theory, I guess you could get a J4 top, but I'd say it's like 90% jungle. Oh, Climb hasn't been that great, but Viewer's been great. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he did hover. I wasn't paying attention to that. Maybe he did hover top lane champs. Huh. I want something that can stop Cat. I really want to do like Kench into Leona, but I need something that can stop Cat.
The Tempest is at your command.
I don't think we're gonna be able to poke him enough in this lane to matter. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I got that in or not. Okay, we still have Ignite, which is kind of whatever, but... Like, I know the Comet build's popular, but I'm just not going to be able to step up, I don't believe, and do a lot of harassment to them with the Leona there. When am I going to sleep? Probably not for a while. I don't have to get up super early in the morning. I can probably stream for another, like, 3 hours or so. So the Ignite's not... I mean, Ignite's never terrible, but... I'm not sure what you mean by the segmentation. You saying, like, what's the stream... When is the stream running? It's usually from about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was a little bit late today. I've been kind of late this week because I had a lot going on and I've been kind of sick. I'm trying to sleep a little bit more to get over it. But yeah, usually it's from about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 2 or 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, that's what it's all about. Any new Total War campaigns coming up? Yeah, so I have the Dark Elves right now that I'm working on, and then I'll probably start releasing some Dwarf campaign tomorrow. White Dwarf, Grombrindle, that somebody donated for. Yeah, they don't have any TPs.
To Summoner's Rift.
I don't know. Jinx is okay. She at least scales. Jinx into Leona is kind of tricky, but Jinx is easier to play than Zyra, so if this person's better on Jinx, I'm okay with that.
Minions have spawned.
Hate this dancing part. Hate this dancing part. Hate this dancing part.
Yes, it's true. For only $2.95 a minute, I will leave you breathless.
God. You can kind of tell sort of that bro culture thing that was like, I don't know, that people mentioned with League of Legends a while ago. Some of like their older champs, and some of their voice lines are a little salacious at times. With like Misfortune and Janna. A couple others. Was Ari an original? I can't remember. They're about to hit 2, obviously. What? Oh my god, seriously? Like, she's not only in engage range, she's literally on the other side of them. Like, she was on their side of the lane. Okay. At least the jungler got to clean up. Yeah, the thing doesn't really fit Janna. The whole, like, I'm a phone sex worker doesn't really fit Janna. Like, I could see that, you know, definitely for Eve, because that's part of her theme, right? She's supposed to be, like, the succubus kind of thing. And, like, Ari's also a temptress, you know, like a demon-esque type of thing. So that, you know, those make sense. But it's like, and Misfortune's a saucy pirate, so that kind of makes sense, I guess. But, like, Janna is, like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, there we go. Oops. Nice. Warwick's got it figured out. Do they have a jungler? Okay, Jarvan is theoretically somewhere on the map. We still have a little bit of... I'll just hold on to my ward for a second. Just gonna let her do that? Okay, Warwick's coming back. I like this guy. I don't know. With that tone, the 295 definitely seems like it's a phone set. Do they even have those? I don't even know if I should ask that question. I guess they probably do. It's like, why would anybody pay that, though? In 2019, dude. I think that was, like, before really, like, internet porn or something. I don't know. Or Tinder. Definitely before Tinder.
An enemy has been slain.
Breathlessly.
I kind of wanted to give it to him, but I don't think I actually delayed any of my damage. I think I was still trying 100% because I wasn't sure if I should give it to him or not. So I don't think I could have put any more into that. Maybe if I got one more auto faster, it would have saved him. I think I did everything I could, though. It was on my mind to try to give it to him, but I think I was still doing everything I could. Okay, I gotta actually save for all this experience. I still think that was worth, though. Because we got an assist on it. I don't think they got an assist. Let me get a control ward here. To each their own. I mean, I guess that's fine. It just seems like just absurdly expensive, but
Swiftly.
I guess the thing now, you probably, I don't even know to speculate. The whole, like, pay per minute for stuff, I think that was pretty much only for, I don't even know if you'd call it porn-esque, if it's, like, voice. I don't know. Seems kind of crazy. I mean, maybe did people do that for, like, I guess you would do that for psychic readings, right? Like with Miss Cleo and stuff like that, couldn't you do that? For like psychic readings or maybe stock tips or something. I don't know. There were a number of like scam type of things. You could probably do the pay per minute on phone.
In harmony.
Make sure you have a touch-tone phone. Dude, what? I'm literally clearing the ward right now. Well, they didn't pay attention, so... That took way too long. She's gonna kill... Oh, she missed! Jinx, please! Just auto! Oh my god! No, back up. Now you're gonna die. Oh, I can't even look. Just tell me. Just give me the bad news. Okay, she made it. Dude, dead and expensive. Wait, psychic readings are a scam? Not if you go see them in person and they do a tarot card reading. That's legit. But, I mean, honestly, who knows? I don't know if stuff's a scam or not, man. Look. If it makes people feel like they're more in control of their lives, sure. Bro, why you gotta be running like that, man? Okay, can we pressure this? Do we have lane pressure? I think nowadays, like, stuff like that says it's for fun type of thing. Jinx using rocket in melee range, yeah. I mean, I think she was a little bit creep blocked there. I'm pretty sure this is warded, but we can give it a whirl. Yeah, let's see if we can go get her. I can't even look. That's right.
Shut down.
Jeez, this is gonna be spooky. Okay. I think I had to flash that wall or he was gonna die. I was ready to ult if I had to, but obviously I don't want to risk saving them, so it's kind of like only in a code red situation. I don't want to use a tornado to clear, just because Jarvan might come up and I need money, or I need mana for ult. I gotta be a little careful. It does feel nice to be playing Janna and bring back the ladies, Janna and Soraka here. Not that Leona's not a lady, but my ladies.
In harmony.
Teamwork, making the dream work. That's what life's all about. Remember, I'd say that like in the restaurant. Be funny. You know, our restaurant actually did have pretty good teamwork. Like, I'm sort of trolling with that when I said that back in the day, but realistically, it did. People were helping each other out, carry their dishes, and bust each other's tables and stuff like that. And you don't see that in a lot of restaurants. At least, I don't know. Maybe you kind of do. We don't go to fancy stuff like that much, but these sit-down restaurants. Oh my gosh.
An enemy has been
Maybe when I play Enchanters, I just get better ADCs. I don't know. This person actually bought a control ward. Like a high gold ranked game. What is this sorcery? I'm kind of debating, like, I kind of want to play Witcher. Again, I want to watch the animated series. It looks pretty good. Or not animated, but like the live action series. It's coming on Netflix in December, but I don't know if I should watch the series first or play the game first. Should probably play the game first. I think there are some books, but who reads books? I mean, come on. Hashtag English professor. Seriously, I ain't got time for that. So I gotta decide. The body block. Wow, Jinx healed immediately. I tried to heal her, but she ran out of the heal, and then she ran out of range for me to block the shot. I don't know if they're gonna come down or not. But I don't know if I should play the game first or watch the series first. I don't know how long it takes to like play through the game. It's probably like 40 hours or something, right? 40, 50. Because it depends on how much of a completionist you are. Just to beat like the main quest line. It looked cool. I watched my friend playing it. I could try to release some episodes on the channel. Probably wouldn't get a ton of views, but Kate started giving me a happy ending. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I know the series, is it based on the books or is it based on the game? I mean, I don't know what the difference is between them, but it looks like it's basically Witcher, though. Only passing similarities with the game. Okay. I thought I would base it on the game. I mean, the game was really popular, right? Probably way more popular than the books.
As you wish.
The game's long AF.
team has destroyed a turret.
I need to get deeper vision. But much space on the books. Okay. So the authors tried to sue because what, he or she made a bad investment. Sorry, bro. Like, if you're new, if you're you know, if you're not a big timer, you're not gonna be able to negotiate something huge. If you think you can do better, then go to someone else and try to get it published. I mean, you gotta remember, like, these companies are taking a risk also. Like, yeah, it's very successful, but you know what? If it wasn't successful, then the company would lose a lot of money making it. The author's not going to lose money off of, you know, the game. So, that's why some of these contracts can seem really exploitative if you're a new person in just about any field. I mean, I guess some of them are kind of predatory, but, like, especially something like that with movies or video games or something, like, it's not a guarantee the thing's going to be successful, especially if you're an unknown person without a proven track record, so. I mean, when you sign a contract, it's a contract, you know? If you're signing it of your own free will and you're not being coerced, then whatever it is whatever it is. Hey, thanks, Cheap Shot. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. I mean, I gotta buy, man. I'm too rich. Hold on. I should have bought a while ago, but I keep having to babysit.
Breathlessly.
Just noticed I wasn't the Leona. Yeah. Oh, that's real bad, Warwick. That was real bad, buddy. Oh, my lord. I think she could have turned and killed that.
With ease.
Okay, well, yeah, he's a fool then. Like, if they offered him percentage share and he wanted flat, like, that's definitely his fault. What the fuck? I stopped her instantly. Okay. I didn't have my ult. I guess I should have waited a second to get the ult. I knew she was going to try to go for me, but I thought if I stopped her instantly and then shielded, that I could live, but she just, like, blew me up. 1,300 damage. Like, I stopped her ult immediately. What is Veracity? Is that her passive? Wait, what? What does that even do? How'd that do 450 damage on her passive?
Upon the wind.
What? Yeah. That sounds right, Whitney. I mean, you know, he took a risk. He said, I want the flat rate. I don't want to do the... Or I guess he chose not to take the risk and not get the big payout. I mean, that's how it goes. Like, nobody gets rich off of, you know, investing in something that's super safe, like taking a flat fee.
As you wish.
No, dude. Well... Yeah, it's probably a bad fight. We didn't know where Cat was also, and clearly this Warwick has problems, so... We shouldn't have tried to play around the Warwick. We needed to play around, either Camille or Jinx, probably. Is he gonna get a solo? No, he missed it. No, he missed it. What? He missed like 3 Qs.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Okay. Oh, okay, so she picked up a dagger and just deleted me.
Upon the wind.
Probably just too aggressive, Janna. What a douchebag, man. It's like, bro, like, quit trying to exploit this indie company, man. Like, they freaking took a huge risk. They offered you a cut. Like, it is so rare, I think, in most industries, for them to offer a nobody a cut of, like, the final profits. Like, 5%'s a pretty large cut, too. Wait, you're telling me dude took, like, $5,000 over a 5% cut? And he was like already kind of disrespecting their industry. I don't know, man. Dude, what's with like these old fogies not understanding video games? Like, it's clearly a huge industry for money. Like, I don't know. Like people saying, what the hell is this football or basketball? Why are people paying money to go see this? It's just people with a ball running around. It's like, I don't know.
Swiftly.
It's like, you would think you would do a little bit of research, like if a major, like I guess not a major, but if any video game company is wanting to use your intellectual property in a way that you're not really familiar with, like you would think you would either like do your own research and figure that out, or like hire an agent that knows about it.
Breathlessly.
Or somebody say, hey, is this a good deal? What should I do? What do contracts like this usually look like? Like, you know, get somebody in the industry.
By your command.
Oh, the Janna save on the tower. No free towers today. I don't know, man. Getting a percentage off of a big I mean, I would take the percentage most of the time, especially 5,000. What the hell? I mean, maybe 50, maybe 500, maybe not even 50. I don't know. If it's a 5% cut. Oh, we missed. Oh, this Warwick's tragic, man. Oh, we need to get out of here. We don't have. Let Camille get pressure at least. So if they want to. Why are we fighting? So dumb. Just let Camille get pressure. Make two of them go over there. Well, I guess we're gonna give Cat like 4 kills. Can Camille kill that?
Has been destroyed.
I think she's gonna bait it in the Cat, maybe. Now Cat's gonna get the 450 gold shutdown on Camille. It's not worth it. I mean, even if Jinx gets out.
Has been destroyed.
I mean, I guess. When did that game come out, though? It was like 2015 or 16 or something. I mean, video games are still pretty big. I don't know. I'm sure he probably got a better deal with Netflix, because now he can prove, you know, his book, like, that game was really popular, so I'm sure that gave him more bargaining power. Okay, they're trying to, like, hard push a super lane. There's no way. It's got to be like 50,000 or something. I have a hard time believing it's 5. Like, that's just such an absurdly low amount of money for, like, I think. I mean, maybe he was starving or something, but like for, you know, work like that. Oh my. I didn't see her. Okay, they got her though. This Katarina's a problem. Witcher. Hey man, he should have asked. He should have looked at J.R.R. Martin, right? Nobody gave a damn about those books until it became a movie. Like fantasy stuff can be some big game if you got some decent product.
Swiftly.
Oh wait, they got it back in 1997. Okay, well that's a bit of a different story, I guess. What? So they got the license for the game in 1997. Oh, okay. I'm thinking Witcher 3. So they got the license when Witcher 1 came out, which was that back in the 90s. Okay, I forgot the previous Witchers came out way earlier than the Witcher 3. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Okay, first game in 2007. So they got the license in 1997 and took 10 years to make the first game.
Upon the wind.
Okay. I just know that Witcher 3 blew up pretty big. I need to enable chat, probably. I don't know where chat is. Damn it, I can't do it. But we need to let Camille split. Camille still not have any magic resist? Are they actually trying to do it? Wait, did Warwick jump into the pit when it's at 50%? Nice, we got it. I thought Jinx got it with a rocket. Okay. Yeah, that's making a lot more sense. I understand why he would, you know, maybe settle for a lower amount. That was a long time ago, yeah. And that was back when video games were a lot more sketchy when they tried to convert popular media like books or movies. They just weren't like that great back then, so that makes sense. I don't think a lot of like, I mean, there were some like pretty good single player games, I guess, but not like, I don't feel like there weren't a ton that were based on like books or pop culture stuff that were that great until like maybe into the 10s. Rise hit that Q, baby. He hit the one that mattered. Load him up. I mean, he wasn't the sole reason, guys. Come on. I mean, Darius is 3-9. Like, really, honestly, the only reason they were in that game was because of the cat. Let's be real. Got a Little Debbie wrapper in my pocket from earlier today. Dude, why are there like 100 ingredients in this? And what is McKee Foods? I thought it was like some big conglomerate that owned Little Debbie. Maybe they sold it. Things are just like absolutely terrible for you. It doesn't seem like they're that bad. Like 310 calories, but I just wanted some quick calories this morning. Jinx will end it real quick for you. Yeah, what's up, Aaron? What up, Ernie? The Ern. It's like, but still, man, you can't sue him. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's like a lifetime contract for them to keep doing stuff with his game, I guess that is kind of predatory. Maybe they signed a contract for 3 games or something with him. I'm not sure how that stuff usually works. I think a lot of times with like movies and stuff, when people sign, they agree to like do 3 movies for a studio or something like that. Some of those beginner contracts.
I see you lack judgment.
He traded royalties for 9,500. I've got it on my PC, or I've got it on Steam or something. I just never played it. It was a free game. Or it was one that I chose. I got to choose from several different games. It was one of the free ones that I got as an upgrade. If you get certain components like graphics cards or processors or something like that, sometimes they throw in like free, like choose a game or something. Sona, huh? We could do Soraka. See who the true healing queen is.
Let me guide you.
Why Vayne? I don't know. They do have a ball of air. Vayne with teleport? Yeah, but Caitlyn's like super popular right now, and historically Vayne's not great at Caitlyn. But it's not gonna matter. It's just a farm off with ADCs. You know, if you have 2 enchanter supports most of the time. Could have maybe done Zyra, but Zyra's not great with yeah, they don't really have too many assassins. I guess I can do exhaust. That's fine. I know. I'm trying like not doing I'm trying to give the Nautilus and like the Leona a break for a day here because I just haven't been doing that great on them. I mean, historically, I've done best on enchanters. and Zyra in certain metas, but there were like season 6 was when I played more tank kind of stuff, and I did all right in that season, but that was before really the introduction of plus healing and shielding. Vayne looks like such a hipster. Yeah, with the collar popped. Ew. Why would you go fleet when you have a Soraka in your lane? Dude, do like lethal tempo or something. You can go all out damage everything when you have a Soraka. That Sona skin makes me so unhappy. Why, man? You don't like retro stuff? It's like right out of an 80s music video or something. I mean, Caitlyn historically has crushed Vayne and Wade. But, I mean, you know, once you get to like 3 items, especially if it's 1 versus 1, Vayne's gonna win. But in team fights, Caitlyn might be more useful. I don't know that enchanters necessarily take less skill. I mean, how much skill does it take with Nautilus to press R on somebody and then, like, Q, you know, on the stun target? Like, that's it. There's not that much skill to it. I mean, with something like Soraka, you have to constantly try to reposition also so you don't get blown up in fights. And you have to hit Qs, and you're going really low on health a lot of times. And Janna, surprisingly, if you're playing her at a decently high level, actually requires some skill because a lot of her stuff is reaction. So you have to anticipate what they're going to do so that you throw your tornado fast enough or your R fast enough. Like, they're not the highest skill cap champs in the game, but I think that they are probably higher skill cap than, like, Nautilus and maybe Leona. Thresh is obviously going to be harder. Rakan might be a little bit harder, but
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I think most enchanters are kind of on par with a lot of other non-enchanter items. Wait. Is that unusual? Is that what she usually gets? Oh, they're just trolling or something? Yeah, I guess. I mean, it depends on how you're defining skill.
Minions have spawned.
Positioning versus skill shots, I guess. Like, Thresh is hard, yeah. There are lots of choices to make on Thresh. Blitz is really, it's like... I mean, there aren't really any decisions on Blitz, though. It's like, okay, somebody's there, hook them. You know, so there are, like, no decisions on him. It's just all comes down to do you hit that hook or not. Versus Thresh has to hit the hook, and he's got decisions he has to make on what he wants to do. You know, both of those are probably harder than Nautilus. I'd say that Nautilus is the easiest one because you can't miss his ult. Like, they can hourglass it, but you can't miss it. And it's got really good range on it, so you don't even have to, like, take a very risky position to ult somebody.
I lend my aid.
Oh, man. God, I can't believe I missed that. Jesus. These headshots. I'm getting smoked here. Okay, there we go. I guess she lagged out or something. I don't know what happened there.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, I I guess she wants to freeze and go back and buy something. That's fine. She's gonna get a cold. That's gross.
This is my path.
I don't hear a little buzz. Do other people hear buzz? There's a very slight amount, I think, of background sort of fuzz with this mic, but from what I understand, not much. But I'm pretty sure Kate AFK'd or lagged or something there. I mean, I can't run up there and do anymore. So sorry about that if it seems like there is a little bit. I thought about updating my mic, but a lot of people have said, because I was asking about that from before, but I thought that I found the settings to get rid of that a little bit more with a higher noise gate.
To heal and protect.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
A peace of mind.
I mean, Soraka's actually, like, not that bad on roams because you have your ult, you know, to roam pretty much any time. And then you do roll up pretty fast when you're rotating the situations because you get that 40% speed.
The whole world in balance. I lend my aid. Gracefully. They will go no further.
Okay, sorry, Ruben. I wish I knew how to fix it, but I thought I'd fixed it for most people.
Every step, a new journey.
I don't hear it when I hear the playback, but it has been there in the past, for sure, so you're probably not imagining it. But I thought maybe it was like the wiring or something. I wasn't really sure. But I like changed the noise gate around and like changed some of my plugs around and stuff like that. And I thought I'd fixed it. Okay.
This is my path.
Yeah, hit the thing. There you go. He flash. Yeah, just hit the dragon and just let the dragon kill him in the pit.
Killing spree.
Yeah, I didn't mean to send everyone on a I don't know, a noise hunting mission there.
Where needed.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks for the update, guys. Finally, I'm on the other side of an AFK, yeah. I mean, I don't like to win like that, but I mean, I'll take it. I'm not gonna surrender. Because yeah, it does happen to me sometimes too, so it's unfortunate for them, but you know, bad luck does turn in the game. There is some luck in the game, you know, from like individual games. It's just over the course of thousands of games,
Heal and protect.
you know, it kind of evens out. We could still lose this. I've lost 4v5s before. It's unusual, but Caitlyn, are you trying to step up level 2?
An ally has been slain.
You could turn around and probably bust her up, man. I mean, how much health? 600 versus 300? I guess. Alright, let's just go with Moby Boots, I suppose.
I lend my aid.
The itemization is just so much better on enchanters. Damn. I thought about healing him to get the assist, but I wasn't even sure, honestly, if he was going to take damage. Get him, Zed. Yeah, take all that CS, boy. Get him. Let him know. You are the alpha. Yeah, make that Vayne AFK. Get her out of here. Yeah, that's right.
A summoner has disconnected.
God. Is she literally AFK after that? Oh my god. What the free control. Dude, it's like, bro. I mean, we could maybe win a 4v5. It's like, can you not just take all of her farm? Like, if she's pinging it back a lot. I mean, people are so mentally fragile in this game.
This is my path.
I never promise an AD Soraka. It's terrible. I mean, honestly, like, if we were being completely neutral, the Zed should take the farm. Like, he's really far ahead. He matters a lot more than they do. But from, like, a douchebag perspective, you know, you just shouldn't do that, probably. I mean, it's like their Caitlyn was AFK for a long time. Looks like Vayne's finally come back. She's wanted to throw a little fit. Now she's probably going to go sit in mid lane and take his farm or something, would be my guess. I'm just thinking, like, what is the 2-year-old mentality playbook? Like, what's the play here? And it's probably she quit and then she's like, well, damn it, they might win anyway, so I'm just going to go and, like, take all of his farm mid lane. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they're actually playing to win. But I guess we'll see.
For peace of mind.
Looks like she's going top lane or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, sometimes just, you know, hitting the mental of your team is not worth it, even if it's, like, strategically, you know, really important. Okay. He was trying to give the Vayne the kill. Can we just get this, man? How fed is she? Oh my god. I should have flashed the stun. I didn't get the first turret, but I thought I had barrier. So I was like, okay, I can just barrier it. But it was exhaust. Well, Caitlyn's back in the game after the little fit. She's only down 13 CS now, and she's the same level as Vayne. I didn't realize that Irelia was that fed. Oh, she's just like 100% inting. Okay. So she just wants to make sure we lose the game. Because Zed took her farm. Got it. Okay, well, I guess we just gotta try to push, get pressure in the lanes, and play around the Zed. Eventually, she won't be worth any gold. should definitely get banned for it, so it's pretty easy to detect. This, like, this flagrant level of running it down.
Turret plating will soon fall. Your team has destroyed a turret. Legendary.
Sad thing is, like, we probably would almost certainly win if Vayne was just AFK, like, just flat out AFK. But the fact that she's feeding them extra kills is going to make that a bit harder.
Shut down. Double kill.
Yeah, I don't know why I even play, because you're going to get triggered, like, every game off of stuff like that. It's like, clearly you're, like, a really, I don't know, like, just go see a counselor or something, man. I don't know. This kid has to be, like, just super depressed in real life or something. Nah, I can't afford, I don't have the income. It's not that, like, AP Soraka's not good since you, like, literally don't have the money to afford items. You know, like, that's usually what it comes down to, is builds like that. I was hoping maybe Eve would kill him. Looks like she might still. The thing that I don't get, that, like, some of these, like, mentally weak people don't understand, it's like, so you're trying to get back at someone in your game for doing something that you didn't want them to do, so the way you're gonna do that is by getting yourself banned. Like, they're not gonna care about this game. If you throw a game, like, it's gonna matter for, you know, this person maybe for 10 minutes, and then they're gonna be back in another game, and it's not gonna matter. So, like this said, but you getting banned, like, at a bare minimum, that's costing you 25 bucks, you know, make a new account, you know? And then you have to start all over, level up again, play again. Like, think about, why are you mad? Why is this person mad? Because they think they're gonna lose Elo, right? Maybe? I guess it's a personal affront, which is why they're mad. But if you're thinking, you know, this Zed's gonna cost me Elo through their stupid play, by not letting me farm. I mean, whatever he is right now, even if he's like gold 1, a new account's gonna start at what? Like bronze, silver? So you're basically, instead of just losing 1 game's worth of Elo, just 20 Elo and saying, okay, the Zed's an idiot. Or even just reporting the Zed for trolling or something. Whatever makes you feel better. Now you're saying, instead of losing 20 LP, I want to lose 2,000 LP to get back at him? It's like, what? Especially something this flagrant. Especially in a situation where it would just be a free win. She might, if she does this a lot, she definitely could get permabanned. Because it's very obvious that she's throwing. Like, people think they're not going to be banned, but if you do any, like, just do a casual look on Google, there's so many people crying about, I didn't think I should have gotten banned. this guy took my farm, and I just entered a few kills. Like, it wasn't a big deal, but now I'm permabanned. Riot's stupid. Why do they let people get away with that stuff in my game? I have the right to throw games if someone says something mean to me or takes my farm. Let's get out of here. Dude, they get banned all the time, man. We see this all the time where someone's like, I'm not sure if this person's going to be banned or not. And it's like sometime, like the same night, it'll come in and say, such a punishment has been issued. Damn it, I got baited in. I thought maybe she was going to start behaving, but she's just trying to int the Irelia because the Irelia is like the scariest person to int, and she got me in there for fresh blood to kill him. She got me for a second. I thought, okay, maybe she's done inting. Nope.
Unstoppable.
Irelia still doesn't have any armor yet, so maybe we can do something about that.
Has been slain.
Alright, maybe this person is trying again. Still hooked. Yeah, I shouldn't have even tried. I don't know, it's hard to tell, because now it looks like she's kind of trying.
Gracefully.
But I think she's just trying. Now she's realized she might get banned because she was hoping that we would all just like lose immediately in FF. So that she wouldn't have to int this many times, but since she's like, damn it, now I have to kind of try to cover it up so I don't get banned. Have to kind of make it look like I'm just like walking through the... So now she's being a bit more cautious about it. Now she's caught her breath a little bit. She's not like super tilted, but she's just your more run-of-the-mill sad person that's trolling. Not as emotional about it at this point. So now she's trying to throw in a different way to make it look like she's not throwing.
This is my path.
Okay, you may have made some tests, Arturo, but I'm telling you, like, forums are littered with people that get banned all the time for much less and cry about it, thinking that they shouldn't get banned. I mean, there are people on this channel that have said they have, like, over 10 banned accounts. Oh, nice. They surrendered. Perfect. people get banned for inting too, man. I mean, yeah, if she does it in just one game, she probably won't be insta-banned, you know, because it is harder to detect. You'd have to have a manual review for that. The Caitlyn AFK'd too, though. There's a battle of the AFKs. Battle of the AFKs, that's right. Which team has the more mentally weak person? I think the Caitlyn actually had connection issues, though, probably. I don't know. Yeah, getting a lot of LP if you don't have a lot of games is pretty normal.
I see you left.
My LP is very low because my MMR is terrible right now. Because we've lost a lot of games over the past week. Sadie, what is it? What is it, girl? She says, I am a lady. I'm an old lady. Are you an old lady, Sadie? She's an old kitty. Yeah, she's old. Ah. Damn. I thought about doing Zyra, but Zyra's not that great in Ezreal. Or Talia. That's too much poke. I think I might just do Soraka again. Oh, Timmy fell down a well. That's right. What is it, girl? She's like, nah, Timmy didn't fall down a well. She's like, I don't give a flip about Timmy. Give me some more food. That's what she's thinking.
Let me guide you.
Nautilus top, I guess. Pike after the nerf. I mean, look, if it just happened once or twice, like, I guess maybe don't ban. Like, it's really hard to detect that. You got to remember there are like millions of games of League of Legends, so if somebody does that in 1 or 2 games, they're not gonna have someone personally look over that. Most likely, I miss the tribunal system. Yeah, I kind of like this build. Oh, tomfoolery. Okay. Yeah, I remember you, tomfoolery. Of course. I did not recognize your name immediately. 2 Scots. What's up, Jorge? I was trolling my wife today and she picked up on it. So we had these granite countertop guys. Coming in, and she was trying to point out all these like little cracks in it and asking them to fix it and all this stuff, and it was like 4 or 5 different things. And then I trolled her and said, I think your hair needs to be a little bit longer in the front and then shaved in the back, or just like shorter in the back. And then she was just like, she figured it out, like, she's like, what, my hair? And then she's like, oh. And she kind of gave me this look.
Summoner's Rift.
Which was, if you guys don't know what that, it's like the, I need to speak to your manager haircut. I don't know if that's still a meme or not.
The whole world
Because she actually was trying, like, she did speak to the manager of this granite company to try to get it fixed. Karen.
gracefully.
Minions have spawned.
She's like, these are thousands of dollars countertops. This is not about a Starbucks, like, latte or something like that. He's like, alright, Karen. I didn't know it was named Karen or whatever. That's funny. What's up, Sammy? Karen. That is perfect, though. That is, like, the name of someone who would have that haircut that's, like, maybe in their early 40s or something.
I lend my aid.
Yeah, she might have a couple of highlights. A couple of purple highlights in there, maybe. Everybody knows Karen. If you've worked in the service industry.
I heed their call.
That probably is, like, the absolute perfect name, too, I could think of for it. I mean, you could go with, like, I don't know. There's some other classic names, but that does seem to be one.
First blood.
They will go no further.
Wait, was Shaco invading? What? Why is Shaco invading? Now, I don't have Aerie, so I'm not even sure, honestly, if poking with E is even worth it.
Ally has been slain.
This build's really more for the kind of later in the game protection against assassins. What? Nautilus beat Renekton? Level 2? What the? What universe am I in? Nautilus is like Nautilus and Garen are like the two most oppressive laners. Top lane. At least melee. I think. Yeah, I'm not a top lane expert, but... Should not be losing to Nautilus. I don't think you have to be an expert to figure that out. I mean, Nautilus does have Ignite, I guess. You do lose a lot of early poke without having Scorch and Airy, for sure. Like, I don't know, maybe in this lane I should have gone Scorch and Airy, but against the Zed later, I really want that Guardian. Because obviously, Airy doesn't protect me. Guardian does.
To heal and protect.
Soraka does have pretty good push, too, if you need to do that. Like, you can hit your Qs on that back line, and it's very cheap to push as well. That's one thing that differentiates her from things like Sona. I have liked Sona a lot in the past, but one of the main things is, like, you need to be able to land autos also to get a lot of good harass in. And Soraka's just way, way more mana efficient early, and she has more range. It's just harder to hit her stuff than it is with Sona. Obviously, you can't miss with Sona in her basic Q, but... You do have to be able to step up to land autos, which can be spooky sometimes, so. And like the damage and the healing is just so much on the Qs if you can land them. For the like the value that you get off of that is so high.
This is my path.
But yeah, the E costing 70 like early on, I just don't think you can spam it on cooldown or you're gonna be oob. But every now and then, if you get both procs of it, you know, if you can get them trapped in a corner where they actually get rooted, then it's good. But just like the little poke, shit, I'm probably dead right now. Gosh. Really? Guess I should have warded up a little bit more. I thought she was still going to be top side. I guess she started top and worked her way down, though.
Gracefully.
Huh. Yeah, we're trying out the Soraka today. Veronica. That's a pretty decent one, too. The only thing on Soraka that triggers Guardian, I believe, is the W. Everything else has to be a targeted, or your R also. I think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you E your own ally, you can get it. I don't think so, though. Yeah, I should have warded up a little bit more, especially when I don't have boots. All of Sona's abilities do it because it's something that like affects allies. Yeah, she's still here.
Enemy has been slain.
Okay, that's a nice roam by Gallia. I mean, you are very susceptible to ganks if they camp you, especially if they have something like a Thresh. Yeah, I mean, she's gonna be around here, probably.
For peace of mind.
He was did he get ganked? I thought it was a one-on-one. I guess, yeah. Because Talia does have 3 kill participation, so she has had a hand in every kill. Okay, well that makes a little more sense then. I didn't see Talia up there, but, you know, I may have just not have been paying attention. Hey, we missed you too, man. Glad you can come out, Sammy. I'm trying to stay up a little bit later just for kind of the international audience. Looks like we may not get the crazy numbers tonight. I don't know. The past couple of weeks we have been getting like some really high numbers, but I suspected that probably wouldn't last forever. But it was cool while it lasted. I mean, we'll just do the best we can every night. If we get big numbers, we get big numbers. Okay, I'm gonna try to get both. Right. Oh, Galio doesn't have ult. Oh no. When he was pinging it, I just assumed Galio had ult. I guess we got a trade kill. Okay, I should have looked at his ult. I got hooked on purpose there because I saw them coming and I thought Galio was gonna ult me. But I didn't look at his cooldown. I just saw him ping and I was like, okay, he's got ult, but gotta look at everything.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, yeah, can we get this? I'm gonna have to get Ninja Tabby because it's dead too.
An ally has been slain.
Can we just not feed Zed? Is that a thing we can try out? It's pretty risky. I think we gotta stop it.
This is my path. Boom. Headshot. The whole room in that.
I mean, Ezreal's pushing, so we can just chill.
Gracefully.
Why didn't he just run, man? Yeah, there you get Dragon. You just push in. Force him to miss a wave. That's all we can do. Yeah, we can't do anything about it, Shaco. What do you want us to do, man? Oh, what's up, Ruben? That's cool, man. We're happy to... You're welcome to chill. You know, you don't have to talk. But yeah, if you want to talk, we're definitely happy to talk with you.
I heed their
Huh. That's an interesting combo. It did not work very well, but it's there.
Shut down.
Alright.
Enemy rampage.
must be done.
Is Kate dead? Of course.
An ally has been slain.
Oh my
An
god, they're
enemy
so low
has
though.
been slain.
Alright, well, she did a good job injuring them a lot, so we could clean that up, so that's good.
Go unanswered.
That's not that bad. Oh man, he tried to stay. Come on, dude. Come on, bruh. Bruh. Dude, there's this guy that I worked with. I don't remember. Everyone was always giving him a hard time. So he's like, bruh.
For peace of
I don't even remember his name. I can still see him. I don't know why people hated on him so much. He was okay. People are a bunch of haters, man.
Where am I needed?
Yeah, she's scary. What the? Where did everybody go?
A new journey.
Am I dead? Probably dead. Yeah. Yeah, there's their whole team. That's 5. Maybe should have put my silence here and just run straight. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was dead at that point. I thought Shaco was still after the dude, but I guess he turned around.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
This is my path.
Who got the kill? Zed. God bless. Why does the Zed always get the kills? I'm gonna have to go Tabby.
Has been
Stop
slain.
eating Zed. Oh my god.
An enemy has been slain.
Why does he only have a 300 gold bounty now, I guess?
Has destroyed a turret.
Alright, well, I guess Renekton's really strong.
I lend my aid.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna come down here.
Be at peace.
Double kill. Enemy
Did we get the
double
Zed? We
kill.
didn't get the Zed. We did get the Infernal, though, which is nice.
For peace of mind.
Oh my god. What? Waiting on his ult, which is probably about to come up. Oh, jeez. Outplayed. Got hard outplayed by the Nautilus.
Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed.
Why not Leona Nautilus? I'm losing on him a lot, man.
Every step. A new journey.
Teams just don't follow up. And you just don't scale. Like, your itemization's pretty poor. Yeah, I saw it was a Shaco clone, but I thought that he was going to stay, or that he was going to go in more. I don't know. I mean, like, my Nautilus has been doing alright. I might go back to him. I mean, it's not necessarily permanent. I'm just trying this out. Just trying out, like, more lane pressure, better scaling over, like, potentially higher roams. Damn. Taking multiple objectives at the same time, it's not good. DAP, okay, good. Jacob AP is still pretty good, I think. I mean, the nerf to the box was significant, but... Crap, they're pushing 2 different towers at the same time. Gosh, this is rough. Caitlin's actually playing pretty well, though.
Your turret has been destroyed by the power of the
Please get something back. Oh my god. Zed is just so strong right now.
Shut down.
Oh, come on. I didn't even get an assist on the Renekton kill. Come on, bruh. No. Well, I mean, we can still win, I think. Like, the Caitlin's played pretty well. Renekton's pretty strong over time. Just obviously the Zed's gonna be in... Wait, why crit cloak? What does that even build into? AP Shaco can be pretty good over time. I mean, it's not gonna be easy. Like, we're definitely not favored, but I think it's possible for us to maybe win.
An ally has been slain.
For peace of mind.
What's up, Stream to Conquer? Platform. If you're new to the stream, we've been as high as D4 this season, but we're currently Plat 4. We've been kind of in a tough spot for the last few months. I'm dead, aren't I? Yeah. I'm on the same screen as Ed. I'm dead. Yeah, the Essence Reaver just doesn't make a lot of sense. Given, like, how fed Zed is, she really needs to get, like, a GA or something. I mean, I'm trying, but it's like, literally, if I'm on the same screen as him, I'm gone. Maybe if I have Barrier and Guardian up, maybe. But it's just a case of, well, there's an assassin who's 1v9ing the whole team. We do it. We even have a couple of tanks, sort of. I mean, the Galio's not really building tanky, but...
Every step, a new journey.
I don't know. I could probably take Cancer off the list. Seems like a lot of people really just don't care that much about that word, so that's probably fine.
This is my path.
I don't know, like, in theory, like, it can be an okay item. It's just, like, given the context of what's going on in this game. Can we get Baron? Zed is still alive, but he probably had to back.
Gracefully.
Oh, we already had a controller there, so that's kind of a waste. Nice. That's exactly what we need. We get the shutdown on Zed. Baron. I used... Oh, okay. I don't know. I can go through and revamp that. I don't want the chat to seem oppressive. I just don't want a lot of feels bad too. So I don't know. I can probably change around a little bit. And I mean, the thing is too, like my standards have to be a little bit higher also, just because I'm an educator, and so I don't want to. I need to have a relatively clean chat. You know, if someone cusses every now and then, you know, I cuss every now and then on stream. That's fine, but you know, you need to try to keep it pretty relatively classy as much as we can. Just because even though I don't officially affiliate in any way with my universities that I teach at, like, in some ways you're always representing your job, whether you intend to or not, in 2019, so. What's going on over here? Why? Why? I'm gonna die if I try.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, Renekton's at least getting a push in, I guess. Okay, she did actually stop what she was doing in a GA, so that's smart. I do have ult still, so if people try to creep on me.
This is my path.
Your team has
Yeah, we're gonna get flanked. Okay, come on.
An ally has been slain.
Go with the flow.
I don't know if I could have saved Redacted with an ult, maybe.
Gracefully.
Wait. Now what is she getting? Vamp Scepter plus Crit Cloak. She just have just a random Crit Cloak and then she just changed her mind. Wow, she did all that damage? Wow, Zed? God, Zed is doing so much damage. Oh, almost. I think she needed one more hit on him for him to be in ult range.
Where am I needed?
Has been slain. Enemy double kill.
To heal and protect.
Let's try to get some more vision down while I'm running.
Every step
I guess we'll go for
on
Ardent
the journey.
here.
Enemy killing spree.
Okay, there's the Essence Reaver. So is that 100% crit? 75%? I mean, you might as well just go for 100. Like, why don't you have Rapid Fire?
This is my path.
Especially with Fleet, that seems really good. Get out of here,
Enemy has
you
been
thug.
slain.
You delinquent. These champions are obnoxious.
I lend my aid.
Nah, that's all right.
I heed their call.
That's it. I don't have barrier this time, so gotta be a little more cautious. Come on, go.
An ally has been slain. Ally has been slain. Shut down.
Okay. What? 2 for 2 and they stop Baron. I guess that's fine. No, do I really want to... I guess I'll just hold, because I might be able to get to Ardent.
To heal and protect.
Yeah, I thought I'd get better.
Every step on the journey. This is my path.
Whoa, what the hell? Y'all trolling me with that. What the fuck is that path? Oh my god, dude, the pathing though. They're just gonna kite us back, I think. I cannot believe that pathing. So I clicked to go like right here, I'm pretty sure, and it's like, oh, you mean to go all the way around right in front of all the enemies? Oh, okay, okay. I guess I misclicked in there somewhere. I don't think a lot of pros would say just playing a ton of games ranks you up. Like, I would say that playing a lot of games actually, like, limits the highest you can get, potentially.
The whole world in balance.
Because you're going to get pulled closer to the average over and over again as you go higher. But yeah, I mean, there are people in broads with, like, 5,000 games. I mean, I've probably got over 10,000 games, and I've only spent, like, a small amount of time in Diamond. Of that time in Diamond. I mean, like, you know, games do help you improve, but to a certain extent, like, once you get, like, near your peak, then it's different. Like, you have to actually make real changes. It's not enough just to spam games. Kind of like basketball, you know, you can sit there and shoot 50,000 jump shots. You can sit there and play at the YMCA 4 days a week or something like that for 20 years, but it doesn't mean that you're going to go pro.
Turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. An enemy is legendary.
Where am I needed?
Okay, they're not doing it. We don't need to go check.
To heal and protect.
No, scientifically speaking, it does not. Practice does not make perfect. You have to improve. Just because you do something over and over and over again does not mean that you get better at it. You have to learn, and you have to actually have, like, execution and the skills to do whatever it is.
Every step.
Like, practice is highly correlated with performing well in something. But just because you do something a lot doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be good at it. Well, Zed keeps inting for me, so hopefully we kill him. Oh, nice. There we go. Get him, Kate. Dang, that was a nice crit. Yeah. I mean, I'm saying practice is good, but, like, the reason this is an important concept is because you hear people sometimes out there saying, oh, well, yeah, I'd be higher ranked, but I just don't play the game enough, you know? Or, like, look at you, dude, you've got, like, 1,500 games and you're in Platinum. I've only got 500 games and I'm in Platinum. Like, it's some kind of insult. It's like, dude, I stream, like I play every day, and it's like the underlying assumption is that if I played 1,500 games, you know, the person who's only got 500 games, they're thinking, well, if I played 1,500 games, hell yeah, I'd be out of platinum. It's like, not necessarily, man. You know, people just think if you just play a hell of a lot of games that you're just going to get better. I mean, there is some truth to if you don't play a lot of games, it is hard to climb a lot if you have a high win rate. So if you have a 60% win rate, but you only play 100 games in the season, you're probably not going to go that far. So there is some truth to that, but it's not a given that if you played an infinite amount of games that you would be the number one, you know, number one solo queue player. We just don't, our champs are just not good. Like the Galio's just not happening and the Shaco's just falling off hard. I mean, it's Caitlyn's trying, but at the end of the day, the Galio's 2 and 17. Oh my god. That's right, Miguel. I've never heard that saying before, but I think that's pretty apt. Hey, thanks, Jason. Yeah, the luck video is actually a pretty useful one, I think. But yeah, we just didn't have the taunt for it. We're doing okay. The Zed's just like dive bombing me every play, and you know that's leaving Caitlyn alone. So Caitlyn's doing a lot of damage, but we just needed like one other person. Like, Renekton was doing alright, but we needed, like, either Shaco or Galio to make more meaningful contributions to the fights. Nah, he wasn't inting. He was just bad. He was trying. I mean, what is, like, literally what does Caitlyn want me to do in these fights? Like, I'm healing her. She was, like, the last person to die in almost every fight. I died before her pretty much every fight. Right? I mean, she just want me to, like, not heal the Galio. Like, Zed's using all of his cooldowns on me. So that is, in a sense, basically CCing him so that he's not killing her. And I think were there any fights where Zed got her immediately? I don't think there were any fights where Zed was going on her and I was just thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to go heal this Galio and forget the Caitlyn. I think every single time I was near the back line. No, I mean, it's not intent. Guys, there's intent. Intentional feeding intent. I don't think it was intentional. I just think Galio was bad. That's it. Maybe he just never plays Galio. I don't know. I didn't see any behavior that looked intentional. I mean, it is hard to believe someone can go 2 and 17, like, on accident. But he's just bad, man. I don't know. I mean, he is a frontline tank, and we were losing a lot of fights. Like, I don't think he was getting caught out by himself too much. I mean, there were some, but I don't know, Fane. I mean, I think the game's pretty much the same as it always has been. I don't feel like matchmaking is that bad. I don't think he was inting. I just think we needed one other person. I don't know how Caitlyn like thought any of that was my fault for like, especially not for healing her. Cause I feel like she was not dying in like she got her GA popped like maybe once. I'd have to go back and look. Maybe there were 1 or 2 fights where I didn't heal her fast enough. But from what I remember, at least in those late game fights coming down the line, it pretty much went down like I would, you know, try to cue the big massive people, throw a silence on them where Galio is, heal everyone who was taking damage. Zed would go on me. I'd do everything I could to just pop all my cooldowns before he killed me. There was no way I was going to live through it. I just go for Soraka again here. Against, like, easy to neutralize his poke later.
Let me guide you.
The thing is, a lot of people don't blame... a lot of people don't blame me a lot of times in games. At least not in the post-game chat. I mean, if you want to relax, you can, you know, that's up to you anytime. That's just a mental state. You can be relaxed and still lose. You can be relaxed when anything's going on, in theory. I mean, obviously some moments are harder than others to deal with, but... So keep the AD here. I mean, I think I did pretty reasonably well. I may have gotten caught once or twice or something like that, but I think in the fights it was alright. We just didn't have the horsepower, I think, to kill him a lot of times. Like, the Galio is just pretty much total dead weight, and the Shaco just wasn't doing enough. Renekton's, like, pretty good, but it's still, like, just not quite enough. Like, 1v9 late game. They had a lot of kite. Like, it was very difficult to get the Ezreal and the Talia, and they're just sitting there just, like, bombing away as basically Galio and Nautilus just slug it out. I mean, there were several fights where somebody just died and people on our team engaged a fight. Well, yeah, I mean, you're like, I don't know, you can zone out, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Try like an ARAM or something. I mean, normals should be relatively chill, I guess. I don't know. You can't get diamonds in, like, every game. Maybe it's just a couple of games in a row. If you're... I mean, the MMR system is different. So, like, some of these diamond players might just be playing with their lower-ranked friends for fun. Or trying out some other stuff. I think Equinox Max is terrible after the changes, to where they nerfed it a lot and then they buffed the Q like 5 times. Like, that was better in the meta where Scorch and Aerie did a lot more damage, and where Equinox did a lot more damage. I think they took like 50 damage off of it or something. They dropped it a hell of a lot, and then they buffed the Q a ton. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I feel you. Sometimes it's frustrating. Like, teammates can be frustrating, but that's just part of, like, that's just part of League, you know? I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's earned. You know, when you get to a higher rank, it's like, wow, I really earned this. It's not a handout. It's not pay to win. It's not a cakewalk. If you get a higher rank, you've really played a lot better. You think Aery's a lot better? The thing about Aery, though, is, like, it is really a lot better for poke, Aery plus Scorch in the laning phase. But if you're against something like a Leona, like, we're not going to be able to poke a ton in the lane, like, a little bit, you know? But, and I just don't trust people with this elo to really put out a ton of poke either. So, like, Aery can be really good. But Guardian is very strong for, like, mid to late game when you need that shield on yourself. Because Aery doesn't do anything to help your survivability, your personal survivability.
Minions have spawned.
That's what I think. So, yeah, I mean, the Aery build's good. Like, if we had a more oppressive lane, like, if they were playing something that was a lot weaker, like, if they were going, like, Tom Kinch Ezreal or something, then I'd probably go Aery, but Aery does give a shield, but it does not give a shield to you. Usually, like, that's the whole reason, like, Soraka is one of the only people that takes barrier, is because if you stay up in a fight, you put up so much healing that it's almost impossible for your team to lose the fight.
I heed their call.
So, like, I don't know. I like this build, too, because you can go Ulti Hunter as well. Like, I could still get Scorch and Absolute Focus if I wanted to, but I really like Ulti Hunter for the 25% CDR on that ult. It's just have such a high impact ult with global pressure. And Taste of Blood really helps you out in lane, too, quite a bit. Like, it's great for trading.
I lend my aid.
Should have maybe taken heal, I don't know.
To heal and protect.
But especially against like a Leona all-in lane, I'd probably rather just have Guardian, honestly.
For peace of mind.
I just think it's situational. I think against Leona, I'd rather have Guardian than Aery.
Where am I needed?
Are we getting gay? Why are they getting so aggro all of a sudden?
Ally has been slain.
The whole world in balance.
No, Predator is damage.
Gracefully.
I gotta hold my silence in case the Leona goes in. You get the root on her.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Maybe I can show up and bait him.
Every step.
she actually gonna take all that? Holy crap. Well, I mean, I guess it is honestly probably better on Katarina. It would have been pushing towards us, so we could have denied a lot, but it does get denied to the tower in that way. It just... Ashe doesn't get it, but honestly, it's probably better on Katarina. This is a little dangerous, because they're not going to have a ward for the ganks, but... Soraka's actually pretty good against Rammus, because the silence knocks him out of his Powerball, because it counts as a channeled ability. I mean, what do you think, Scott? You go Airy. I mean, I was trying out Guardian. Challenger Scott, that is. I was trying out Guardian against Leona. Like, champions like Leona or Zed or, like, these all-in things. But, yeah, I mean, maybe I should be going Mikhail's against Leona, too. That's a good point. Kind of already committed to going Athene's, but they do have gold card on TF also. Maybe I can go Mikhail second or something. I should start taking probably Ingenious Hunter if I'm going to go Mikhail's plus Redemption. I just don't think about that. Or I haven't been thinking about that enough, probably. Who's fed? Wait, how did Ezreal get kills? I guess that last skirmish he got a couple. Who's coming down? TF? Yeah, yeah, the Spell Thieves thing, I wouldn't... I still like coin at this elo, although I'll be going Spell Thieves no matter what in a couple of weeks.
The whole world in balance.
Yeah, I don't do Font, although maybe I could be doing Font more. I go for Demolish, but... Okay, that's gotta stop top. They're gonna see them on that dragon if they're paying attention, but it's gonna be too late. The thing is, he just automatically went bottom, whereas he could have gone on the dragon. A lot of times you kind of have to farm also because your ADC is just dead most of the time in this elo. So that's another thing with coin, like you don't get into too many penalties. You don't get into as many penalties with coin. If you can just free farm. If no one else is around, you can still collect the farm without hurting your gold generation too much. Versus if you have Spell Thieves, it delays it. Yes, they are removing coin. So they're making, they're keeping, just, I do have a whole video about, like, what they're doing in Season 10. I'll have another one. Whoa, what? What? Oh, she's tilted, or what? I don't know. I guess it does stop back, which is good. So now we can get an extra plate. I mean, well, I better stop that. I didn't mean to take those two. Rammus comes down. I think we can kill him. I just want to get 2 plates here and back. I'm still gonna go this, and yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and go with that. But yeah, so they're making Relic and Spell Thieves. I maybe could have saved her with an ult. if it was that close. Spell Thieves and Relic Shield have an AP and an AD version. You no longer have to pay to upgrade the items, but they also are much weaker in the early game. I think that's going to hurt the Spell Thief users, but the money generation will probably help the Spell Thief users the most. But like not having the extra damage on proc is pretty important, especially at higher elos.
Shut down.
She has arrow? This is where you would arrow. Okay, nice, perfect. Okay, she just wasted it. Alright. Okay, Rammus is not here. TF could come down. I've still got barrier. Get that out of there so we can't get TP'd on, potentially. Okay, Pantheon's still top. TF could be coming down. Does she have Guardian also? Or, Demolish? Oh, God. Probably dead. Yeah. But, dude, it's gold card plus Rammus. Like, you're not making the hero play there. The Senna's coming out on the 10th, I believe. Her attack speed scaling is so terrible, though, and her crit scaling is not that great either.
Every step, a new journey.
So that's, like, my only concern with her is ADC. Like, Athene's could still be good, though. I think she'll probably be better as support. I don't know. I haven't played her. I haven't played against her. I think it's pretty different from Ashe support, though. I don't know. I mean, they're making Ashe support even worse because they're, like, hurting the poke on it. Can y'all just not feed for just a second so that I can try to clear some wards?
Has been slain. Turret plating will soon fall.
Nice. Dude, the heals are so massive with this Q, though. Like, if you hit the Q on somebody and then you heal, it's just like, it's so much. And the wave clear is so good, too. I mean, if Assassins, like, step back, which I think they might in the preseason a little bit, with some of the buffs to tanks, like, Soraka is definitely going to be one of the major beneficiaries, for sure. Yeah, the range with the poke is nice. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like a rapid fire kind of build. I mean, rapid fire would obviously be really good on her, but... Okay, maybe we actually go Athene second. Or, Mikhail second. Oh my gosh, what is going on? I mean, yeah, it's Rammus, dude. Katarina's not gonna catch him. Like, it's not his fault or her fault. I have no clue. It must just be someone like in the coding department was like, oh man, I'm on a huge bender. I gotta have 3 more days. Come on, man. Just give me 3 more. Ashe support. I don't know. I think Ashe support might be a little more viable than Misfortune support these days. I mean, Misfortune has, like, good poke, I guess. And she can at least, like, kind of get Spell Thieves. But now Ashe can get, like, ranged Spell Thieves, so... Or AD Spell Thieves, rather. So maybe that'll change it up. I don't know. They need some cheap AP items and some cheap AD items that are contingent upon you completing the quest item for supports.
Gracefully.
Alright, let's just see if we can press him in. I mean, it's gonna be warded, but... Bro, we gotta have something to do. Okay, let's go top then. Go somewhere. Uh-oh. Like, where the fuck is everybody, honestly? Okay. I guess I read that wrong. I thought that was a Katarina pinging for us to get off of her lane. But it was them pinging that Pantheon was coming. That's why you need to ping Pantheon and not just ping back. Because I thought it was just the cat being weird and saying, get out of my lane.
Every step, a new journey.
Oh my god, they just straight run into the inhibitor? What the hell is going on? Okay. I guess that settles that.
Has destroyed a turret.
The new deer is gonna actually take their inhibitor. I don't know what just happened. Alright, let's not make the same mistake. Let's let that Katarina cash in her 2,000 gold. Might be a little early to put the control word there, but...
For peace of mind.
God. Death Cap plus Gunblade. Plus Oblivion Orb under 20 minutes. Actually, I want this farm.
Violence cannot go unanswered.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Are they just gonna win off of that?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I mean, I can't get up there fast enough, so I'm just gonna push.
Such hatred in their hearts.
Quit as a mouth breather. Be like Tower 1. It's like knock my headphones off, like screaming. Blow out those earphones. TF and Easy or Matt. TF was just running at me in the bush. It's like, dude, I'm gonna hit you with stuff out of the bush, man. Spoiler alert. I better get 5 whatever likes for that. No, they're not. They're probably gonna give it all to Cat. Oh, I actually got one. I can't believe it. I was like, yeah, Katarina probably gave me one. And everybody's gonna give the pentakill person, obviously. She did a really good job of that fight, cleaning up. Better jungler wins. I mean, Udyr did a lot. Like, he's 0-5, but he actually did do quite a lot. So. Okay. Let me refill my drink really quick. We'll get back in there. I mean, Soraka's feeling pretty good. Like, we've won games against, like, Leona, against, I think we won one game against, like, Kane and Zed. I don't know. Maybe Soraka's the ticket. I have liked Sona historically a lot more, but I think after the buffs to the Q on Soraka, it's just... And the thing is, like, the global pressure with the ult and, like, the range on your Q and the fact that it's wave clear is pretty nice. Like, Sona is, so, like, in this meta, it's so hard to step up and actually auto-attack people. I still think Sona can be good, but I feel like she's a lot more vulnerable. Soraka seems to be a bit more resilient to all-ins than I remember. Like, she still is not great against those types of champs, but, like, if you take Guardian plus Barrier, you know, you've got quite a few tools to help you get out of situations. You can, so if they engage on you, you can just Barrier, you know, Guardian, just press ult, you know. You basically get a free, like, 2,000 health or something to try to get away, and a silence and a speed up with your Q, so... You can get away from quite a few things. Hey, what's up, NB? I don't know, man. The last couple of days, it's kind of gone back to normal kind of range, around 150, 200. So, I don't know. YouTube giveth, YouTube taketh away. It's fine. I'm just out here every night trying to put on a good show, trying to have a good time. You know, if viewers show up, then viewers show up. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Let me refill my drink. I'll put us back in queue, but I probably won't make it. Why is the turkey? Dude, I haven't seen It Chapter 2 yet. I haven't seen Chapter 1 either. Yeah, didn't I release a Dark Elf campaign today? Did I not? Maybe I forgot to, but yeah, I've been releasing D2 episodes, or Dark Elf episodes. I'm about to start releasing a Dwarf episode. But yeah, I do intend, you know, I'm still going to be doing a lot of Warhammer. I never did play Warhammer Online. I think it had the potential to be really cool. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked it. Yeah, I wasn't really in the MMO market. The only MMO that I've ever really played consistently is WoW. Okay, well, we can't do Soraka into Blitz. That's a little too... That's a little extra. I think we just do, we just do Recon. Middle Ezreal.
Let's dance.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm releasing Dark Elves, and then after that it's going to be Dwarves. So I'll start doing Dark Elves and Dwarves like 2 episodes a day, probably starting tomorrow. And then after that we'll probably do Wood Elves, and then I don't know after that. I should have dodged this. I took barrier too. I should have dodged. I couldn't decide. I guess barrier is like not terrible against Blitz, but yeah, I just forgot, guys. It's not any sort of new technology. I was trying to decide if I should dodge or not. Yeah, I'm not going to do another Dark Elf campaign, though. I try not to do the same campaign or like the same race within like 2 or 3 months. I try to cycle through most of the races pretty regularly. I basically do what people donate for the most part, unless I don't have a donation, but usually I have donations stacked up to where someone's always pretty much donating for something. So the donation for the Dark Elves, and there's a donation for the Dwarves, and then there's a donation for the Wood Elves. There's been an interest in donating for potentially the Desert Faction too. We're P4 right now.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Feels so good.
30 seconds until
Sit.
minions
No, you need to sit right here, dude. Why don't people ward, man? Like, we need this warded, because he could still, like, just come up here and throw a random hook out of this bush. I have not played a lot of historical Total War games. I'll tell you, the viewership for the historical games is, like, abysmal. In my experience. Now, a lot of that's because a lot of them are older. Yeah, I thought I had Ignite. I guess that helped a little bit, but I really wish I had Ignite there. Alright.
I don't apologize for doing my thing.
I mean, it did save me a lot of damage, so it's not the worst. It still saved me however much. 120 damage there. Yeah, I mean, I tried to play Three Kingdoms when that came out, and it's just like, just nobody watched it. Like, I put so much effort. It was the biggest waste of time. I spent like 40 hours researching and practicing campaigns, and then recording like 15 or 20 episodes. And then we're averaging like 200 views an episode or something crazy after the first few episodes. Like, such a waste. The fantasy is just way better. Like, the lore is just cooler. People like the lore. Then the units, the combat, like all the factions feel distinct. Big problem with a lot of the historical stuff is most of the factions are very similar. And like, I understand that's historically accurate, that, you know, they're gonna be similar, but it just doesn't make it any better, you know. There's no magic, no flying, like, there's just a lot less creativity as far as like landmark building. It's just a lot less creative. I think what they need to do is just retire the pure historical and start bringing in the mythological. So like bring in some stuff about like the Roman gods and stuff like that with soldiers. I mean, they're kind of dipping their toe into that in Three Kingdoms. You know, they had romance mode where you had some abilities that were kind of like magic. And then I think in their new one they're doing, like, they're trying to say you can, you know, create altars for certain gods, and it'll have certain effects on your faction. And their reasoning is, well, people believed it had powers, and so it did increase things like morale. It's like, okay, I guess that's a half measure, but it's still not putting creative units on the battlefield. It's still going to be swords versus spears versus horses. And that's it. There's in like Total War, you have like just a wide array of large monsters and different kinds of units, and it's just way more diversity. The factions feel a lot different in how they play, what their win conditions are, and things like that. So it's just not diverse enough. That's what I think, anyways.
Living the dream.
Okay. Ha! All right. Got her flash immediately. So, you know, actually, or, I mean, they could go, like, just make it really hardcore on, like, the city management and stuff like that and the politics. I could get into that. I don't know if a lot of people would, though. But, like, I liked Attila a lot because I liked the min-maxing on it and the family management. And I thought there were a lot of cool systems in Attila. And I just like the Western Roman Empire, just how, like, hard it was and how much attrition was involved in it. Like, I thought it was fun.
I only believe in myself.
But a lot of people hated Attila, so. Okay, Eve is around here. What's going on? Okay, I'm gonna come back down.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I really wish I had Ignite right now. But it is what it is.
Executed.
Yeah, I hope Total War goes into other fantasy franchises. I mean, I think they could just keep doing a lot with Warhammer, honestly. Just keep adding in more lords and just more stuff. I think they could keep that going for a long time. They could try their hand with 40k. I don't know a lot about 40k, but that could be interesting. And then obviously they could do like a Lord of the Rings, like Total War, Lord of the Rings 2, or like some other fantasy. Total War, Game of Thrones. Not a good time to do it right now after such a terrible season. Season 8, but like maybe in the future, maybe if the prequel is really good or something, they could reconsider. I think, you know, there's a lot of awesome stuff they could explore. He's gonna throw a hook. Like, we don't get to back, man. Just stay. They're weaker than we are, I think. Did she back? She got it back, though. We just overstayed. Is he gonna be able to solo that? He should be able to, I think. I mean, I could pop over and help him out a little bit. Okay, I gotta hold this for the experience. But yeah, Total War, Total War Game of Thrones, or if the Witcher series starts taking off, they do Total War Witcher, Total War Middle Earth. There's a lot of good fantasy stuff they could probably draw on. Water Drake is delicious. Now, I need to buy it too, though. So. Dude, are they seriously taking till 2021? What are they smoking? I was really hoping it'd come out in 2020. Have they confirmed that, or are you just speculating? Like, didn't the second one, Total War Warhammer 2, didn't it come out, like, one calendar year after the first one? Wasn't it 2017? Or was it 2 years?
I did not rescue you from a cold, dead planet so that you could laugh at me. I rescued you so you could hold my mirror and tell me I look good.
Like, that's their biggest money, like, by far. Their biggest money thing. It's like, dude, drop the 3 kingdoms, drop whatever you're doing with Rome, and get on it now. Before people, like, forget about it. Like, it's so hot. It makes so much money. But does it take so much time? Like, they did Warhammer 2. Like, they didn't even know Total War Warhammer 1 was going to be a success. And they already got Total War Warhammer 2 out in, like, a year later. And they cranked out so much DLC for Total War Warhammer 1. And I understand, you know, there's just a lot less races left. Like, they got to start getting really creative for a lot of the newer races, like, Vampire Coast, but it's like, with Warhammer 1 to Warhammer 2, you know that's your most successful financial franchise, like, by far. It should be, like, you know, Code Red, like, get that game out now.
Let's start a fight.
While the market's really hot on it.
An enemy has
That's
been
what I
slain.
think, but...
An ally has been slain.
But there's no deals. They've said they aren't doing any more races for Warhammer 2. Like, they said it's only going to be, like, Lords. I think they have to release it next year. It's going to be 3 years. And they really haven't even done that much DLC for Warhammer 2 compared to Warhammer 1. I don't know where Eve is. Okay, she's top. Alright, maybe. Can we kill them? It's possible.
Shut down.
Sort of, but it's very, very similar mechanics and all. Like, there's slight variations and differences, but it's very, very different, like, similar. It's like, okay, you got camels instead of horses. The elephants are unique and kind of cool, but... Just don't know. No, don't stand near the wall. She should have flashed immediately once she saw it was popping. I know that, like, I understand that their games are trying to be historically accurate. I'm just saying that that doesn't make them any more engaging.
An enemy has been slain.
Those are my thoughts on it anyways. It's like,
An enemy has been slain.
I don't know. I mean, the numbers are kind of bearing that out too. Like, the numbers are just, I think, pretty low on mode. Even on, like, Cash Grab 3 Kingdoms, where you're definitely trying to pander to kind of the Chinese market there, like, the numbers just were not really that high. I mean, the map is very good, but then it's just, like, just everything about the game is just really good. It's got, I've played the game, I don't even know, thousands and thousands of hours, and it still is interesting to play.
Danger brings out hundreds.
If I had to guess, I mean, they're gonna have Chaos, Ogre Kingdoms, Chaos Dwarves, and then they need one other, like, good faction. So I would assume... either, like, some kind of humanoid faction. I guess it could be Kislev, but could also be Cathay, like an Eastern-themed faction. They still need to do, what the Arabic humans, I forgot what they're called. Araby. Everyone thought they're going to do that in Warhammer 2, but my guess is they're probably saving it for Warhammer 3. Because there aren't that many, like, factions left. Like, they're going to have to start getting really creative. Unless Creative Assembly just, like, hooks them up. Just, like, comes up with some all-new stuff. Yeah, I mean, picking the Poppy into Ezreal is very questionable. Like, she's never going to touch him. Okay, Blitz is up there goofing around. Dude, up here, bro. Yeah, if you'd been standing there, it would have been a kill. But for some reason, you're hiding out in the other bush. Like, why would you stand in the other bush? Like, we know Blitzcrank's there. He's on a ward. Thank God Ezreal cleaned it up. There's no reason to stand there. He's getting it. Come on, Kate. Come on, Karen. And Eve wanted it. I think if I had to guess, I would say probably Cathay. I mean, they could flesh out some minor factions a little bit more, like Kislev seems like a really popular one. That they could do over there, just on the other side of those mountains or something, maybe. They could try to split Chaos up into several different factions. I don't really know how they're gonna handle it. Let's just go with some bigger shields. Let's get a little bit more aggressive here. Let's go with some bigger shields.
It's the light inside
Kate wants to speak to your manager.
Leaving a dark, very good-looking soul.
Double kill.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely 100% Ogre Kingdoms and Chaos Wars. I think those are like the originals. So it's Chaos, Ogre Kingdoms, Chaos Dwarfs, and then it's just the other ones. Like, what else? I mean, it's either like Kislev, Cathay, Araby. It could be all of those at some point. They need probably another bad faction in there, too, at some point. Maybe Greater Daemons of Chaos or something. I don't know. I don't know a ton about a lot of the lore. People have said like halflings could be a thing too. Dude, I kind of want a Total War like Game of Thrones though. That'd be sweet. I hope the prequel does well. So we could get like an actual real game that's not just like a mobile like cash grab. I mean, are they about to die of this or what?
Life is way more fun with rules.
Yeah, I mean, they still are going to do some cross DLC. Like, they 100% have to do Thankwall for Skaven. I mean, he's like the most famous Skaven rat, and he's not there. So they're saving him. Maybe he summons up something crazy, and they're trying to work that in. They have been, like, inviting cross DLC also, you know, with the Wolfheart and Lizardmen. So I think that's a really smart idea. And it seems like they're already on board with that. So, yeah, they could beef up, you know, to kind of slow the roll a little bit. They could, release like one new legendary lord for one of the new factions or whatever, and then release like some old stuff too. Maybe add extra units and things like that. Some of the older factions. Wait, why is this not counting down? I don't know. I mean, you gotta have Thankwall. I don't know a lot of the other faction leaders that are missing, but Thankwall is a big deal. Please just end. Are we gonna be able to end, or are we getting trolled? Boys! Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it is still a prequel. So they canceled the Long Night prequel for Game of Thrones, but now they're doing Dance of the Dragons. Uh, I don't know. They said that they did not want to do. I guess the one thing they said 100% they did not want to do was Robert's Rebellion because they said it was too close to the current timeline. I like the really older stuff. I wish they went that direction with it because then you kind of get like a hard reset on the story, you know? Like you're not really sure what's going to happen to those characters because the history's so old, you know? It could be shaky, it could be made up. Like there could be a lot of people that are forgotten in the history books. Like it's like super ancient history. And so that it would be fresh. Like it's a prequel, but it's basically fresh. Like you know what eventually happens, you know, 10,000 years in the future or something, but it can still feel very dramatic and fresh and new, and they could play around with that a lot. And I was hoping they would fit in like something with Valyria, like the fall of Valyria, and Ashai. I would really like to see Ashai. They didn't touch on that hardly at all in the show. Like, there's a lot of stuff. They could still do Yeti and kind of Sithoros or whatever, the southern continent. It's like all jungle. Kind of near where, what's her name? Noth. With those, I don't remember what her name was offhand, but Daenerys' translator. So anyways, there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff they could do, and I really like the idea of the ancient because you could still have your monsters, you could still have, all this stuff. They said one of the main reasons they cut it was because there aren't dragons in it, and they thought it had to be a show about dragons. I'm like, why the hell not? Like, just put dragons in it. I don't know, but anyways, they ended up not going with that show, so they're doing the Dance of the Dragons. I mean, I'll watch it. It'll be all right, but it's still pretty close to contemporary history, so a lot of people are going to know, like, the general gist of what's going on most likely. Now, if they include the fall of Valyria with that, and then after the fall, the Targaryens coming over, but, a lot of people are going to know a lot of what's going on. Missandei, yeah. Yeah, I think a show centering around, and they could do it at the same time, like the Age of Heroes in the past and the rise of Valyria, because it's heavily implied that the White Walkers and like the Red God and things like that are intricately connected, and both of those are connected to magic in some ways. They just like completely forgot that in the back half of the show. A lot of the prophecies and the magic and all the cool fantasy stuff. In the show, but they definitely could explore that a lot more in a prequel. And you've also got like the rise of the first faceless man in the mines of Valyria, like that's really cool. So there are a lot of subplots you could do based around Valyria, and you could connect that with the Long Night, like the original Long Night. So I don't know, but this is what they're doing. They're doing basically a more human-based drama where we're going to know the last names of the characters a lot more, and I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they really should have just hired out other writers, man. I mean, it's cool if you get burned out, and they're just not good at it. Like, just straight up, that was their first television show they'd done. They're okay at adapting stuff, but they're just not really good at original screenwriting. I mean, that's just it. Just hire other writers. Like, you can still get paid. Just tell HBO, hey, man, we want more writers. Like, they would have done it. Like, HBO was willing to do, like, 10 seasons at least. George R.R. Martin wanted 13 seasons. It's like, or get new showrunners. Like, I don't know. Like, there should have been, somebody should have done something and just thrown wheelbarrows of money at it and made it a quality show. That's what's so annoying about it. Yeah, but Tyrion's like not going to be in this. I mean, none of the characters that we know are really going to be in this. Most likely, you might see Melisandre potentially, because I think she was alive around this time. So maybe Melisandre, but like, you're not going to see anyone else that you directly know. It's just going to be like these ancestors, because it's supposed to be like 300 years roughly before the current events. But yeah, they screwed a lot of the characters. Tyrion was one of them. There are a lot of really cool characters, but are they not doing Star Wars? Are they off of Star Wars? Yeah, dude. I mean, they're so toxic. I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole if I was like a show, like creating a show right now. You know, you got to give them some time. Like, I mean, that might be career ending. Like that season 8. Like, it was really, I mean, it was so devastating. Not just because it was bad, but because the potential was so high. It's not like they had bad source material. It's like the potential was just through the roof. Everybody loved that show. It was like the most beloved show, you know, of the teens, really. The early 2010s and the teens. That's the last game of the night, by the way. I think that's a good one to end on. It's like 4 hours, so I won't keep people waiting here. But that was nice. We got like 63 points today. I think we went like 5-1, 4-1, something like that. Yeah, man. I mean, you can't. You just can't do that. Yeah, it was good. It was 5-1. I'll take it. Maybe Enchanters. Maybe they're back. Yeah, someone said that because we didn't know any better. It's like, really? No one stopped and told them? I mean, maybe that's on their staff's fault. Maybe they felt like they had to do it themselves. There's a lot of pressure. I mean, I kind of feel for them. Like, if you're not that great at something and everyone has massively high expectations and you have to perform and everyone's expecting you to be good and just be something that you're not, like, that's tough. You know, that's really tough on you mentally. So I feel for them. I don't think they were intentionally driving into the ground. You know, and there's just all these haters, you know, the fans and stuff like that. You know, they just couldn't do better. Like HBO should have said, or someone, some producers, or just somebody should have told them, hey, D&D, man, like, look, we think you're having a problem with this source material. Like, why don't you hire some more writers? Like, someone should have stepped up. Disney sweating a little bit, probably. Yeah, I mean, that was like a freaking dumpster fire. Yeah, I mean, if you're going Star Wars, man, like, you gotta go big, you know? Like, they're not gonna hire somebody. It's like, oh, yeah, I do some Star Wars on the side. I'm doing a couple of indie films. Like, no, you, like, we're gonna pay you a crap load of money, and you're gonna do this right. Like, Disney doesn't play. Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it. So maybe, I mean, hey, if we go on a run here, we got 2 weeks. If we go on a run, and, you know, maybe we can take a look at Diamond one more time. We are doing pretty well with the Enchanters if we can keep up. Even this game was totally winnable, I think, right? Or was it not? It kind of wasn't, but I don't know. It was close, sort of. They just ultimately scaled better, but we're still doing pretty well. Anyways, that's going to be it, though. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I will have the patch notes ready for you. I'll have a tier list ready for you. I still need to do a Pike guide and a Misfortune guide. So I should be able to do at least 2 or 3 of those things tomorrow for you. So stay tuned. That's going to be it. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day.